So opening stock of raw material 1,80,000, closing stock is 1,20,000. Work in progress. So opening stock of work in progress 90,000, closing stock of work in progress 60,000. Add opening stock of finished goods and less closing stock of finished goods. You'll get the balance. This balance is called what? It is called cost of goods sold. For prime cost, what we are going to add? We are going to add factory overheads. Hello everyone, I am Arun Kumar, lecturer in Department of Commerce and Management, Vidhyaashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence, MYSURU. Dear students, welcome to this session, that is session number 3 on Unit 1, that is Introduction to Cost Accounting. So in this session, dear students, we will be solving few more problems with respect to computation of cost sheet. So question goes like this: from the following information, prepare cost sheet for the year ending 31st December 2012. So this is the information given regarding the cost sheet. So raw materials. So 1/1/2012 is nothing but opening stock of raw material. 31st/12/2012 is nothing but closing stock of raw material. So opening stock of raw material 1,80,000, closing stock is 1,20,000. Work in progress. So opening stock of work in progress 90,000, closing stock of work in progress 60,000. Next, finished goods. So opening stock of finished goods is 1,20,000, closing stock of finished goods is 1,50,000. Next, chargeable expenses. So what is this chargeable expenses? Chargeable expenses is nothing but direct expenses. So where we consider this direct expenses? In prime cost. Next one, wages of laborers. So wages of laborers is nothing but direct labor or direct wages. This also comes under prime cost. Next, oil, grease and waste. So where we use oil, grease and waste? In factory. So factory cost. Next, factory power 9,000. Yes, this also comes under factory cost. Next, depreciation on office building. It comes under office cost. Next, moving further to the question, depreciation on plant and machinery 6,000. So this comes under where? This comes under factory cost. Next, repair of plant and machinery comes under factory cost. Next, repair of furniture rupees 6,000. This comes under office cost. Next, lighting, that is factory lighting, factory cost. Office lighting, office cost. Next, rent, office cost. Showroom rent, yes, this comes under selling cost. Factory rent, factory cost. Next, manager salary, 3/4 factory and 1/4 office. 3/4 factory cost and 1/4 office cost. Next, director's remuneration. So where this comes? This comes under office cost. Next, printing and stationery, office cost. Salesman salary. So this comes under selling cost. Postage and fax. Yes, this comes under office cost. Next, advertisement. This comes under selling cost. Next, moving further, purchase of raw materials. So purchase of raw material, this comes under prime cost, where we will be adding purchase of raw materials to the opening stock of raw material. Next, carriage outward, selling cost. Next, carriage inward, this comes under prime cost, where we will be adding carriage inward for purchase of raw material. Next, wages for foreman, factory cost. Income tax, this will not come under cost sheet because it is not an expenditure. Next, donation, yes, this also not comes under cost sheet. Next, debentures, interest, this also not comes under cost sheet. Next, warehousing charges, this comes under selling cost. Next, salesman commission, selling cost. Next, sale of finished goods is 21,60,000. This we consider at the last, that is total sales. So first we have to segregate all the items like this, like which item belongs to which overhead. So it will be easy to solve the problem. So let us move on to the solution part. So cost sheet for the year ended 31st/12/2012. So make 3 columns. Here we are not finding out per unit column, just we are finding out the total cost. So elements of cost. First, direct material. So what is the direct material cost? 1,80,000. For 1,80,000, add opening stock of raw material. Okay, for opening stocks 12,000, add purchase of raw material and carriage inward of rupees 6,000. Okay, so opening stock of material is 1,80,000 and add purchase of raw material 12 lakh and carriage inward of 6,000 rupees. You will get 13,86,000. From that, less closing stock. Less closing stock of raw material of rupees 1,20,000. So whatever the balance you will get, that is 12,66,000. That is called materials consumed. Okay. Next, add wages of laborers 3 lakhs and chargeable expenses 60,000. So total these three items, that is 12,66,000, 3 lakh and 60,000. You will get 16,26,000. This is called what? Prime cost. So if you add direct wages, direct material and direct expenses, you will get some value. That value is called what? That value is called prime cost. So for prime cost, add factory overhead. For prime cost, add factory overhead. In that we have oil, grease and waste of rupees 6,000 and next factory power 39,000, depreciation on plant and machinery 6,000, repair of plant and machinery 45,000, factory lighting 15,000, rent 45, factory manager salary, total salary is 56. In that 3/4 relating to factory manager. So if you compute 3/4, you will get 27,000. Wages for foreman 3,000. Total the factory overhead, you will get 1,86,000. If you add the factory overhead, you will get 1,86,000. So here the prime cost is how much? 16,26,000. Prime cost is 16,26,000. Now add this 1,86,000. So totally you will get 18,12,000. Okay, you will get 18,12,000. Next, add opening stock of work in progress and less closing stock of work in progress. You will get some balance. That balance is called factory cost or work cost. That is 18,42,000. Next, add office overhead. In that, depreciation on office building, repair of furniture, office lighting, office rent, office manager salary, that is 1/4, you will get 9,000 and director's remuneration, printing and stationery 7,500, postage and fax 3,000. Total this inner column and take it to outer column, you will get 1,51,500. You will get 1,51,500. So add this value with this 18,42,000. Add with 18,42,000 of rupees 1,51,500. You will get the total of 19,93,500. The total of 19,93,500. That value is called cost of production. So for cost of production, add opening stock of finished goods and less closing stock of finished goods. You will get the balance. This balance is called what? It is called cost of goods sold. That is 19,63,500. Next, moving further, add selling and distribution overhead. So you are going to add the items which are relating to selling and distribution. So showroom rent, salesman salary, advertisement, carriage outward, warehousing charges, sales commission. If you total this, you will get 69,000. So add that 69,000 rupees with this 19,63,500. So 19,63,500 plus 69, you will get 20,32,500. This value is called total cost or cost of sales. And sales is given in the problem, right? Sales is given, that is 21,60,000. So now the difference between the total cost and the sales, the difference between the total cost and the sales is called what? It is called profit. The difference between sales and total cost is called profit. So here in this problem, the profit is 1,27,500. So this is how we are supposed to solve the problem. So first we have to segregate each and every expenditure, then we have to solve the problem. So next, moving further to the next problem, A Limited provides the following information from its costing records related to the month of July 2022. So year stock and the opening stock and the closing stock is given. Raw material, opening stock, closing stock. Work in progress, opening stock, closing stock. Finished goods, opening stock, closing stock. Next, purchase of direct material. This is with respect to prime cost. Next, direct wages, prime cost. Direct expenses, prime cost. Indirect expenses, yes, this comes under factory cost. Next, freight for purchase of material, this comes under prime cost, that is carriage inward. Next, sales commission, selling cost. Selling expenses, selling cost. Next, moving further, traveling expenses of salesman, this comes under selling cost. Next, 4-month salary, factory cost. Repair of plant, next this comes under factory cost. Power comes under factory cost. Electricity comes under factory cost. Rent comes under, yes, office cost. Salary to office staff, this comes under office cost. Stationery purchased, office cost. Traveling allowances comes under traveling allowances to office manager, this comes under office cost. Next, sales, it is 3,40,000. So this is the information given in the problem, and they also given additional information, that is rent and electricity are to be shared in the ratio of 2:2:1. The rent and electricity should be shared in the ratio of 2:2:1. So here electricity and rent is given. Electricity of rupees 1,600 and rent of rupees 4,000. That should be divided in the ratio of 2:2:1 for factory, office and selling overhead. And prepare cost sheet and find out the costing profit. So using this information, we are supposed to prepare the cost sheet. Cost sheet of A Limited. So elements of cost, rupees and total cost. So direct materials. So direct materials, first opening stock of material, next add purchase, next add freight charges. You will get the total, right? 1,03,400. So 1,03,400 less closing stock of raw materials of rupees 25,000, which is given in the problem. So less this 25,000 from this 1,03,400, you will get balance of 78,400. That 78,400 is called what? Cost of materials consumed. So for cost of materials consumed, next take direct wages and direct expenses. Direct wages and direct expenses, you will get the total of these three items, that is 1,69,400. That 1,69,400 is called what? Prime cost. Okay. Next, for prime cost, add factory overhead. For prime cost, what we are going to add? We are going to add factory overheads. With respect to that, we have indirect wages of 19,000, 4-month salary of rupees 7,000, repaid to plant of rupees 3,000, power of rupees 3,400, electricity. Yes, electricity should be divided in the ratio of 2:2:1. So total value is 1,600 into 2/5. You will get 640. Rent also should be divided in the same ratio. So total rent is 4,000 into 2/5. You will get 1,600. So total factory overhead comes to 34,640. So add this 34,640 with 1,69,000 rupees of prime cost. Add with 1,69,400 rupees of prime cost. So how much you will get? You will get 2,04,040. So for this add opening stock of work in progress of 20,800, you will get 2,24,840. Next, less closing stock of work in progress of 26,000. You will get the balance of 1,98,840. This is called work cost. So 1,98,840 is called what? Work cost. For this work cost, add office overhead. In that, electricity 1,600 into 2/5, because that should be divided in the ratio. So 640, rent 4,000 into 2/5, so 1,600. Salary to staff, that is office staff, 14,000. Stationery purchased 800. Traveling allowances to office manager 1,400. Total the office expenditure, you will get 18,440. So add 18,440 with 1,98,840. How much you will get? You will get rupees 2,17,280. So this value is called what? Cost of production. So for cost of production, add opening stock of finished goods less closing stock of finished goods. So add 41,000 less 38,000. You will get balance of 2,20,280. 2,20,280. That value is called cost of goods sold. The value is called cost of goods sold. That is 2,20,200. So for cost of goods sold, add selling and distribution expenses. So sales commission 8,000, selling expenses 13,000, traveling expenses of salesman 9,000, electricity, that is 1 by 5, you will get 320, and 4,000 rent, 1 by 5, you will get 800, total of 31,120. So add that value with 2,20,200, you will get 2,51,400. That is called total cost, and sales is given 3,40,000. So the difference between the total cost and the sales is called profit, that is 88,600. So profit is how much now? 88,600. So this is how you are supposed to solve the problem. Next, moving on to the next problem. The following data has been extracted from the books of Krishna Industries Limited for the year 2008. So with this information, we are supposed to prepare the cost sheet. So opening stock of raw material, okay, prime cost. Next, purchase of raw material, prime cost. Closing stock of raw material, prime cost. Carriage inward, prime cost. Direct wages, prime cost. Indirect wages, factory cost. Next, other direct wages, that is prime cost. Rent and rates, factory cost, and rent and rates of office cost. Next, indirect material, factory cost. Depreciation on plant, factory cost. Depreciation on office furniture, office cost. Other factory expenses, factory cost. Other office expenses, office cost. Management expenses, office cost. Next, other selling expenses, that is selling cost. Traveling expenses of salesman, yes, selling cost. And carriage outward, selling cost. Advertisement comes under selling cost. Next, management expenses should be allocated in the ratio of 2:1:1 on factory, office and sales divisions. Profit is calculated 25% on sales. From the above information, prepare cost sheet by showing prime cost, work cost, cost of production, cost of sales and net profit. So we marked all the different expenditures. Now directly we solve the problem. So cost sheet, direct material, opening stock of material 1 lakh, add purchase of material 2,80,000, add carriage inward rupees 20,000, totally you will get 4 lakh rupees. From 4 lakh less closing stock of raw material, you will get the balance of 3,40,000. This 3,40,000 is called what? Materials consumed. Materials consumed. Next, add direct wages and add other direct wages of rupees 40,000 and also add the other direct wages. Total this, you will get 6,60,000. That 6,60,000 is called what? Prime cost. So now for prime cost, add works overhead. Works overhead is nothing but factory overhead. So indirect wages 60, factory rent 20, indirect material 2,000, depreciation on plant 8,000, other factory expenses 22,000, management expenses. In management expenses, 2/5. 2/5 is relating to factory, that is 24,000. So total this, you will get 1,36,000. Add 1,36,000 with the prime cost of rupees 6,60,000. You will get 7,96,000. This is called work cost. So now for work cost, add office and administrative overhead. In that, office rent and rate 4,000, depreciation on office furniture 800, other office expenses 4,000, management expenses 1/5 relating to office. So rupees 12,000, total it, you'll get the total of 20,800 with respect to office overhead. So add this 2,800 with 7,96,000, you will get the total of 8,16,800. That value is called what? That value is called cost of production. So for cost of production, add selling and distribution overhead. So in that, management expenses 2/5 relating to selling. So 24,000. Other selling expenses 3,200. Traveling expenses 8,000. Carriage outward 2,800. Advertisement 8,000. Total this, you'll get 46,000. This 46 is total selling and distribution expenses. So add it with 8,16,800, that is cost of production. You will get some total. This total is called what? Total cost. So the total cost is 8,62,800. So profit 25% on sales or 1/3 of total cost. So 1/3 of total cost. So what is the total cost? 8,62,800. So 8,62,800 into 1/3. So 1/3 value is 2,87,500. 2,87,500. So now total it. So the total comes to the sales 11,50,400. Now the sales comes to 11,50,400. So this is how you are supposed to compute the problems with respect to computation of cost sheet. So with this, I'm going to wind up this session. We will meet up in the upcoming sessions with few more problems based on cost sheet. So until then, thank you all.